The call came while I was washing my hands. My daughter's voice trembled through the line. "Dad, go to the hospital, now." I asked why. She just screamed, "Please, just go." I thought she was overreacting again, like when I forgot her birthday or missed her play. But something in her tone, it wasn't fear, it was urgency mixed with guilt. An hour later, I was in the ER, clutching my side as pain clawed through my abdomen. My sister, Dr. Nadia Malik, was on shift. She took one look at me and went pale. "Why didn't you come sooner?" she whispered. I tried to joke, "It's probably something I ate." But she didn't smile. She stared at the test results like they were a confession. Her hand shook as she removed her gloves. Then, quietly, "I'm calling the police. You need to leave your house tonight." My mouth went dry. "What are you talking about?" Her eyes met mine, cold, certain. "Get a lawyer, and do not go home." The pain in my stomach was nothing compared to the one that bloomed in my chest. I sat in the car outside the hospital for hours. The streetlights burned like interrogation lamps, cutting through the fog on my windshield. Something was wrong, terribly wrong. When my sister called me later, her voice was quieter, heavier. "You've been ingesting a toxin, gradually, over time. Whoever prepared your food knew exactly what they were doing." My world tilted. My wife's face flashed in my mind, Sarah, smiling as she handed me my morning coffee, packing my lunch, pouring wine at dinner. I wanted to laugh it off. She couldn't. She wouldn't. But Nadia's words replayed, slow and surgical. Whoever prepared your food knew exactly what they were doing. I went home that night anyway. I had to see her, to look into her eyes. She was sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone, pretending to be unbothered. "You're home early," she said, without looking up. Her tone was light, casual, but I caught the flicker of tension in her fingers. I told her the doctor said I was fine. She smiled again, too easily. And when she kissed me goodnight, I tasted something metallic on her lips. I became methodical, cold. Every instinct I'd buried from my old life, the one before I became an accountant, resurfaced. I started collecting evidence quietly. Hair samples from her brush, fingerprints on the wine bottle, residue from the coffee mug. I watched her closely, how she'd hover over my food, how she'd eat only half of what I ate, or skip meals altogether. At night, I'd lie awake, replaying every word she'd ever said when I was sick. "You should rest more, darling. You worry too much. You're not as strong as you used to be." Her sympathy now sounded like strategy. I sent the samples to a private lab through a contact from my old agency days. No questions asked. Then I waited. The days stretched, each meal a quiet game of Russian roulette. I'd pretend to eat, then flush it down the drain. She never noticed. Or maybe she thought I'd already consumed enough to finish me. Sometimes she'd call my daughter after I went to bed, whispering. I recorded one of those calls. Her words were faint but clear enough. "Yes, it's almost done. He doesn't suspect a thing." The report came 3 days later. Traces of thallium, a heavy metal poison. Slow, untraceable, lethal. The doses matched perfectly with my medical timeline. And then came the shock I didn't expect. My daughter's handwriting, on a prescription bottle label found in our bathroom trash. I drove to my sister's house, file in hand. She read the results and closed her eyes. "She was trying to kill you, Omar." Silence. I felt nothing. No anger, no heartbreak, just a deep, hollow calm. That night, I returned home and set the report on the kitchen table. Sarah was there, wine in hand. She froze when she saw the folder. "What's this?" I didn't answer. I just looked at her. Her face cracked first, confusion, then panic, then the faintest trace of guilt. She tried to speak. I raised a hand. "I know," I said simply. That was all it took. She broke. Tears, apologies, lies folding into each other like paper burning. I watched her unravel. quietly. I handed her the phone, her own recorded call playing through the speaker. Her voice filled the room like a confession to God. "You were going to finish it this week," I said, "right?" She shook her head, sobbing. "I was forced. He made me." I leaned closer. "He?" Her eyes darted away. "Of course. My business partner. The one who'd been helping with our finances." I smiled faintly. "Don't worry. He's next." I stood, walked to the door, and paused. "You'll get your visit soon. The police already have the samples." She collapsed, wailing, clutching the table where the report lay like her death sentence. The next morning, I didn't look back at the house. It wasn't a home anymore, just a crime scene wrapped in memories. My daughter called, crying. I told her I knew everything. Her silence was the worst part. She hadn't poisoned me, but she had known. She'd stayed quiet out of fear, not loyalty. I understood, but I couldn't forgive. There's something liberating about losing everything. You stop pretending. You stop loving out of habit. I used to think betrayal killed you. It doesn't. It empties you until all that's left is truth. And the truth is colder than poison. I didn't survive her. I outlived her.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.